there in Palm Beach in Florida. Dr. Seb Gorka joins us for the first time in a while, looking pretty happy, I'd have to say. He's got his Make America Great Again hat on. Dr. Sebastian, a very good morning to you. Welcome.
Greetings, Mike. It has been too long. We're coming to you live from Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm going to tell you here, I've got my hat here. I haven't quite put it on yet, but I've got it with me here, and I'm getting it ready to put it on because it's beginning to look like a pretty good night for, as you call him, the boss.
Yeah, look, I hate prognostications, predictions. Nobody's ever kept to them, but everybody's saying the same thing. We've got the TV results on a jumbotron inside the ballroom, and we'll just say this. The trend lines, Mike, are all going in the right direction. It looks as if even in urban centers controlled by the Democrats for decades, people are simply not excited to vote for Kamala Harris.
And we were just hearing from Jan Halper-Hayes there that, you know, the last boost perhaps that Donald Trump needed came from RFK. It may be that they went against, you know, the independents went against Kamala because she says nothing sensible, because she doesn't seem to know the answer to any question. She doesn't seem to answer any question. But would you agree that RFK's influence was significant?
It's beyond just Bobby Kennedy, Mike. I mean, think about this. In the last few months, who has come into the MAGA America First tent? You've got the scion of the Kennedys, the most famous Democrat family of the modern age. You've got Tulsi Gabbard, a Democrat, outspoken member of the House who serves today in the U.S. Army Reserves. And then I was there in Butler a few weeks ago. You've got the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, jumping around the stage, then going on Joe Rogan 2 days ago saying, if we don't win this, we lose our freedoms and we lose America. If you want to talk about, you know, the hackneyed phrases of inclusivity and the Big Tent, guess where it is, Mike? It's on our side. You're not allowed to disagree with the Democrats. Remember, Biden said, if you're not voting for me, you ain't black. Just a few days ago, Obama caught behind stage saying, the brothers aren't voting for Kamala like they should. Nobody wants to hear from scolds. They want a tent where all patriots are welcome. It's like Brexit, Mike, right? Yeah. Brexit wasn't a Tory thing. It was a British thing. And that's what we're saying right here. And by the way, I just saw Nigel a few moments ago.
Good. Well, tell him, give him our best. He's supposed to be coming on with me in a minute. He's going to run out of time if he's not careful. But listen, he got a great tribute from Donald Trump the other day. And the thing is this, I've been talking to some really deranged Democrats tonight. I didn't mean to. I didn't know they were deranged until I started talking to them. They were talking about Donald Trump's a fascist. He's a misogynist. You know, he hates women. He triggers all women. They were saying that, you know, he's going to set up concentration camps for illegal aliens before he deports them. I mean, these people have lost their minds, haven't they? CNN are apparently absolutely apoplectic because they don't know what to do.
Mike, a few years ago, we used to call Trump derangement syndrome a joke.
Yeah.
It's not a joke anymore. It is a psychosis. When you call the man whose grandchildren are Jewish, who moved the embassy to Jerusalem, who was a steadfast supporter of Bibi Netanyahu, when you call him Hitler, you have no conscience, you have no soul. When you talk about the camps they're going to put Democrats into, Mike, we don't do camps, but guess what? My White House colleagues, Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro, were locked up because they are conservatives. So, yes, the Democrats are right. There is a threat to democracy in our republic, but they are the threat to democracy in our republic, and that is why, God willing, they need to be trounced tonight.
And we're hearing already that there's a mass demonstration coming up somewhere in Chicago, somewhere in Seattle. Antifa, some are getting themselves warmed up because they're suddenly of the belief that Trump is going to win the election. We've also got supposedly people gathering in Times Square in New York City, Hamas supporting people who are anti-Israeli. They're not happy about it either. I'm just looking at what's going on with Harry Cole saying in New York from The Sun, basically total meltdown. CNN don't know what they're doing. They don't know what to do, and they don't know what to say. Is there going to be peace in America if Trump wins?
It's funny, you know, I've been doing a lot of interviews with European news agencies, and like you know, the Guardian, they always come up with the same question. What happens if your former boss loses? Is there going to be another January 6th? And I say, hang on a second. I'm not worried about, you know, 3 hours of rioting. I'm worried about if we, the patriots, win. Because I remember what BLM did to America. I remember Antifa, the $3 billion worth of damage, the 40 people killed. Mike, you've lived in America. If you don't believe me, that's fine. Fact check me. I live just outside the swamp. The last 4 days, what has been happening downtown D.C., the nation's capital, the businesses have been boarding up their windows. Not because of me, not because of red MAGA hat wearing patriots, because of the lunatics of the left who have normalized violence. Boarding up shops in the nation's capital if the American people choose President Trump for their leader again. That's just insanity.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Just one final word for you, Seb, because I know you've got a busy night ahead of you. Any news from Virginia? We're looking to see how that's going to go.
Well, I've been, you know, checking in with my wife. My wife is the Republican chair for the biggest county in Virginia. Even if we don't win it, because there's so many bloody Democrat bureaucrats that moved into the north, we are giving them a run for their money. We're going to frighten them to within an inch of their lives in Virginia, and it shows the way. Nothing is impossible in the age of Trump. Nothing is impossible in MAGA land, and we're going to fight to the bitter end, because we have a republic to save, Mike.
Dr. Sebastian Gorka, a pleasure to speak to you as ever.